Good evening and welcome to Hobbs Lady Eagle Basketball from Noel Mark Digital and One Radio Square Sports here on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel. Also on the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us tonight as we get ready for the 2026 district opener between your 18-2 Hobbs Lady Eagles and the 8-11 Clovis Lady Wildcats. So if you're just joining us, the JV game running a little bit long, and it was Clovis knocking off the Hobbs JV in a bit of an upset, 33-32. That game went right down to the wire, ran a little long, which is why we are getting on the air a little bit late here tonight. So the Lady Eagles come into this one at number 1 in the Max Preps Matrix and number 1 in the coaches poll, 18-2 again on the year. Of course, last time Hobbs was on the court was last Thursday night, so an 8-day layoff for Coach Carpenter's squad, but they took care of Artesia handily, 62-30 at the Bulldog Pit. For the Clovis Lady Wildcats, they are number 15 in the Max Preps Matrix and the coaches poll under head coach Amy Hilburn, 8-11 on the year. Their last game, well, they took out Portales 49-30. And I don't think it matters what the records are when you get Hobbs and Clovis together. You know it is going to be a hard-fought matchup. Two teams that detest losing to each other, to be sure. Clovis comes in, like I said, 8-11. A team that has been working a little bit to kind of try and find themselves this season. When you look at their schedule, you look at who they played, it's a case of, well, they've pretty much beat who they were supposed to beat, and they've pretty much lost the teams you would think, well, yeah, they would probably not be able to beat that team, and that's pretty much been how it has worked out. For the Lady Eagles, they've, had a couple of little stumbles, one against a Texas team, and then in the finals of the holiday tournament, but they got revenge for that one as they took out Farmington on the neutral court up in Moriarty just a couple of weeks ago. But all of those records, they are important because they will go into all of the matrices and the formula when it comes to playoff time. I think Hobbs pretty safe no matter what happens here in district, but you want to get that auto seat, and if you win the district, well, that's exactly what you do, and that road starts here tonight. Clovis is going to be scratching and clawing for wins at number 15. Of course, they take 16 teams into the playoffs, and so Clovis would be in if these were to start today. So in other action from Lee County girls earlier today, all three of the other games in the books. On the girls' side of things, the Tatum Lady Coyotes had absolutely zero trouble in their game against Loving, 60-17. Eunice Lady Cardinals, a tough one against a tough Texaco team. So we've got two Lee County, Curry County battles tonight. Hopefully this one will go a little bit better. Eunice dropping that one 55-19. And then over in Eddy County tonight, the Lovington Lady Cats starting off their district season and getting a big win against Artesia 41-30. Of course, after tonight for your Hobbs Lady Eagles, they will be back at it on Tuesday with a makeup game, the game that was supposed to be the district opener on Tuesday, but of course canceled due to the winter storm that pretty much shut down this entire end of the state and really kind of shut down everything in a 2,000-mile corridor. So we're supposed to play Roswell earlier this week on Tuesday. That game will be on Tuesday at home at Tasker Arena, and of course we will have that game for you. Let's go and run down the starting lineups for both of these squads. For the Lady Wildcats of Clovis, their starters tonight will be number 2, Gianna Cordova, number 3, Mariana Villasecas, number 10, Andrea Chavez, number 40, Bryn Petner, who is the Lady Wildcats' leading scorer, and number 50, Carrington Golf. If the Max Prep stats are to be believed, there is not a single Lady Wildcat averaging in double figures this season. Petner leads the way with just over 9 points per game, and Clovis averaging right at 40 points a game. For your Hobbs Lady Eagles tonight, the starters are pretty much what we've seen all season long out of Coach Carpenter's squad. You got number 4, Madison Zapata, number 12, Aliana Armitage, number 22, Zaylee Hardison, number 24, Zoe Ross, and number 33, Caselyn Muniz. For the Hobbs Lady Eagles tonight, I think it's pretty simple. You just come in and do what you do. You just play your game. When they come out, they play loose, they play intense, and things go their way. They may not have the offensive firepower that maybe they've had the last couple of years, but their defense is every bit as stout, and they seem to find enough to get it done when they need to. But that's not to say that, well, you know, it's just an offensive drought, because it is not. It is a team that when they get clicking and rolling can put up a whole bunch of points real fast, and a lot of other teams have a whole lot of trouble scoring against this Hobbs Lady Eagles squad. So the teams finishing their warm-ups out on the court here at Rock Staubach Gym. The Rock in Clovis heading over to their respective benches for the beginnings of this one. So we'll go ahead and take a timeout and come back with the tip-off of this one. I will apologize in advance for any shoddy camera work tonight. I am flying solo, and we are in court here, so things may, I'll do the best I can, but if I mess up, it is entirely on me. So we'll be back with the tip-off of this one. District begins tonight with the Hobbs Lady Eagles here on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Hobbs Lee County News and Sports YouTube, and also on HobbsAmerica.com.
Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby! Definitely good, healthy fun with family and friends is what you find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They are located behind the Bel Air Shopping Center, where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
From early mornings to late nights, JBW Solutions delivers expert industrial safety services and training to protect lives, ensure compliance, and build a strong safety culture. JBW Solutions helps workers stay safe and prepared every shift, every site, every day. If safety is first for you and your company, and it should be, call today, 860-460-4398. JBW Solutions, LLC. Do the right thing. Make the call. You may just save a life. 860-460-4398. For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in, backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
And welcome back to the Rock here in Clovis at Rock Staubach Gym. I'm TJ Miracle as we open the 2026 district schedule. 6 games left to decide who the champion is. The Hobbs Lady Eagles under head coach Joey Carpenter are number 1 in Class 5A, number 1 overall in the state. They're 18-2 on the year. They are in the road black unis with the white letters and numbers and gold accents, and Hobbs in script on the front. For the Clovis Lady Wildcats under head coach Amy Hilburn, they have had kind of an uphill climb, but are fighting for a playoff spot as district begins. Number 15 in Class 5A. Clovis in their home white unis with the purple letters and numbers, and Lady Cats in block letters on the front. So getting ready for the start of this one. Starters for Clovis once again. Number 2, Gianna Cordova. Number 3, Mariana Villaseca. Number 10, Andrea Chavez. Number 40, Bryn Petner. And number 50, Carrington Goff. On the other side for your Hobbs Lady Eagles, the starters for tonight be the starting 5 we've pretty much seen all season long for Coach Karp and his charges. Number 4, Madison Zepeda. Number 12, Aliana Armitage. Number 22, Zaylee Hardison. Number 24, Zoe Ross. And number 33, Caitlin Muniz. Last year in this gym, it was Aliana Armitage who led the way coming off of the bench. Had an extremely tough game, but really took it and helped the Hobbs Lady Eagles secure that victory. Always a tough game when you get Hobbs and Clovis together. Forget what the records are, forget what you think you know, because it is probably going to turn into a slugfest before it is all said and done. So Hardison on the big cat to take the jump. She will jump it up, I'm guessing, against Carrington Goff, and yep, there goes Goff, and we are ready to play a little basketball. District 2026 underway here tonight, and the opening tip-off will be fought for and controlled by the Lady Eagles. Tossing it into the corner. Zepeda wide open for 3, and bang! Just like that, they win the tip. Zepeda gets open and makes them pay for it. Full court pressure for the Hobbs Lady Eagles as Goff gets it in, but they're still stuck in the backcourt. Goff with it, still behind the timeline, moving into the front court, looking for some room to move is Chavez. Finally getting it across the timeline. Chavez controls, or pardon me, that's Cordova. A little jab step, tosses it over to the far sideline. Clovis looking for a little room. Good defense for the Lady Eagles. Near side to Petner, front of the Lady Eagles bench. She can bomb them when she gets a chance. Bouncing it into Chavez at the free throw line, then out to Cordova. Throw the fastball in, trying to get Goff, and it'll go out of bounds on the far sideline. The camera can probably see that better than I can, and it will stay Clovis basketball. That'll be Petner to inbound it, gets it into Goff, and then Aliana ties her up. So jump ball, I think possession arrow stays with Clovis, and it will, as Petner will inbound it again from the baseline. So tossing it in, getting it through. Going back, Cordova with it. Hardison on her, Ross on her to Petner, floats it up and puts it through. Sorry about the camera work, as Petner with her first 2 points of the ball game. And it is 3-2, so Hobbs quickly back down the court as Armitage controls it. Petner picks her up. The Eagles moving around, working it through. Get it over Zepeda, left corner, 3 ball, up and bang! Back-to-back trays for Madison Zepeda, and the Lady Eagles lead this one by a score of 6-2. Still with the pressure on. Ross against Cordova. Trying to get it into the front court, she will. Dumps it off to Petner. Between the scores table and the Lady Eagles bench. Back to Cordova. Zepeda comes out on her. Long cross-court pass. They'll work that around. Feed it inside, trying to get it to Goff. Almost gets tied up, and it'll get stripped away by Armitage and stays Clovis basketball. So Petner comes in to inbound it. I think we've been calling her, I'm pretty sure she's a senior this year, but I think she was playing for this team. She is a 6th grader. Seems like she's been on that team, her and Goff, for a long time for Clovis. And a steal, first one of the ball game, and the Lady Eagles will pull the trigger back down the other way to a breaking Zoe Ross off of the steal and the bucket. And it is 8-2 in favor of Hobbs. 5:50 remaining here in the first quarter. Villaseca to the front court, pop it over to Cordova, working on the right side of the court. Zepeda comes out on her, over to Petner. Petner near the timeline. No pressure, now she brings it in. Bounce pass, Villaseca near side. Ross picks her up, then to Petner right underneath me. She will work it out. Back to Cordova, then back out near midcourt with Petner. Ross on her. Bounce pass, leaves it off for Cordova. Tossing it in, trying to get it into golf. Stolen away into the hands of Zoe Ross on the breakaway. Zoe brings it back down. Misses the point-blank layup, and the rebound is brought down by Viasakis. Hobbs gets the turnover, but can't capitalize on it. To Petner, brings it up and around. Runs through the paint, puts up a shot, no good. And it'll be Zapata with the rebound. Now that'll be her first, and then we've got a whistle. Sorry again, I apologize. Petner gets tacked for the foul, her first personal. I think I'm not going to bother keeping up with rebounds tonight. Just trying to keep everything in frame. Keep the scoring right, I think is going to be hard enough for me tonight. So to the front court come the Lady Eagles with a chance to set the offense. Ross with it, cycles it from the right to the left. To the wing and then over to Muniz. Muniz, WNBA 3, right wing, too hard, off the back of the iron. Rebound by Ross. She loses the basketball. It is loose on the floor, and they should call jump ball. And I think they will. It should be Hobbs ball. As Armitage out, Corelli Rivera checks in for the Lady Eagles. So Hobbs basketball off of the tie-up. Zapata to inbound it right of her own bucket. The long toss into Caselin, who works near side. Petner comes out on her. Caselin tossing it to the free throw line with Rivera. Loses the basketball. First turnover for the Lady Eagles. Back down come the Lady Wildcats. 4:24 to go. Hobbs leads by 6. Moving it through, and Cordova, the little reverse layup, will go up and in. Yana Cordova, her first bucket of the ball game, 8-4. Hobbs still in the lead. To Muniz, back over to Zapata. Zapata to Rivera, deep left corner. Looking for the baseline, help, gets it from Muniz. Back out to Zapata. Gonna direct traffic with halfway gone here in the first. Push it over to Ross. In the right corner, Zoe back to Zapata. Now they're going to direct traffic to Ross. Thinks about the three to Hardison to Muniz. Driving through the lane, up and no good. And the rebound going to be brought down by Weaver. That'll be her first off of the bench. 8-4, 3:39 remaining here in the first quarter of action. Hobbs in the lead. District opener. Cordova under intense pressure from Ross. Trapped up on the sideline, picks up her dribble, needs some help, has to flip it back out to Petner. Petner throws it in. Viasakis is going to get hammered in the lane, and she should be going to the line to shoot 2. And the foul going to get called on Zapata. That'll be her first personal. First team foul on Hobbs, and they're going to say active shooting. Nope, it will be a floor foul and a timeout. Going to be taken as, we got a player down. Sorry, I didn't realize that. So we have an injury timeout with 3:21 to go here in the first. We'll be back as Lady Eagle basketball continues in a moment.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Back here in Clovis as the injured player, Viasakis, is up and walking off of the court. A little bit ginger, but glad to see that she is all right. Coming in her place will be Chrysalyn Barner for the Lady Wildcats. So Petner to pull the inbound trigger from the left baseline. Looks to get it in. She'll toss it out to Cordova. Cordova working it around to Chavez. Chavez back to Petner, working on the right side. Flashes it around, bounce into the paint, spin move Cordova, then backdoor to Barner. Shot up, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Should be Hobbs' ball, and it will be. So the Lady Eagles will control it, up 8-4. 3:08 to go here in the first. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us tonight. Hardison comes off the floor. Back in is Aliana Armitage as Zapata controls it. And we'll take it into the front court for the Lady Eagles. Leave it off for Ross, far sideline. Zoe to Muniz, working the right side of the court. Bounce it to the baseline with Zapata. Push it out. Muniz, top of the arc. 3 wide open and bang! Caselin Muniz drains the tray. And Hobbs up now 11-4. 2:42 remaining here in the first. Barner directs traffic. Pardon me, that's Weaver directing traffic from Barner. Then bounce it to the free throw line. Chavez get it over to Weaver. Weaver cycling it around with Rivera on her. Picks up the dribble, needs some help, and right there to take the handoff is Cordova. Corelli stays on her, has to go behind the back. 2:16 remaining in the first, swatting it away near side is Zepeda, trying to get near side to Chavez and swat it out. So now Hardison will check back in for Coach Carpenter's squad with 2:14 remaining here in the first. So inbound for the Lady Wildcats, Chavez to Petner. Corelli picks her up. Petner takes it to the far side of the court, trying to throw it over to Weaver, and almost stolen away by Zepeda. Madison got a hand on it, knocked it away and out. Stays Clovis basketball. 2 turnovers for Clovis. Hobbs with 1 in a fast-moving first quarter. Chavez to Barner to Weaver. Weaver comes near side to Petner, and they come right underneath me. Almost a walk there as Petner has it back. Tosses over, bad pass and stolen away. Zepeda has it. Tosses over to Rivera. Corelli takes it up and misses the point-blank layup, but the rebound by Zepeda, but then turning it right back over. So the teams trade turnovers, and neither one of them can get on the scoreboard thus far. 90 seconds remaining in the first. Zoe Ross waits to check back in for the Lady Eagles. They'll push it around and work it over. Far side with Weaver. Zepeda picks her up. 11-4, Hobbs in the lead. To Barner to Petner in front of the Hobbs Lady Eagles bench with 1:15 to go here in the first period. Back out to Petner. Zepeda on her tight, but clean. Petner tossing it in, trying to get it into Golf, overthrows her, and out of bounds. 4th turnover for Clovis, and it'll be Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball. 1:02 to go here in the first. Hobbs up by a score of 11-4. 9 of the points for Hobbs coming from beyond the arc. Zepeda takes it into the front court. Hobbs Lady Eagles control it. Work it around. Muniz in the left wing, getting pushed out by Campos, who just checked in for Clovis. Zepeda trying to get a running start. The little 15-foot push, no good. Gets her own rebound. Takes it into the deep right corner. Hobbs will reset. 11-4 is the score. Flip it back out between the rings. Now get it to Ross, the 8th grader. Little crossover move. Bouncing it. Muniz left side for 3 and bang! Caselin Muniz with her second 3 ball. And Hobbs is up by 10. 14-4, 24 seconds to go. A little backcourt pressure. Barner's like, hey, nobody's on me. What's going on? Was a little confused there and then almost stolen away in front of the scorer's table. Stays Clovis basketball. Good defensive pressure near side. Areli Navarro comes in for Hardison. Navarro, Zepeda, Ross, Muniz, and Armitage on the floor for the Lady Eagles. Inbound to Petner, gives it right back to Chavez. Bad pass and hits Bryn in the back of the back and out of bounds, but almost another turnover. Clovis gets a break as they will maintain possession. The inbound comes to Petner. She brings it into the lane, trying to get it over to Golf and overthrows her and out of bounds. That'll be the 5th turnover for Clovis. So Hobbs with a chance with 8 seconds to go. To the front court, get it around to Ross, out to Muniz. Muniz back to Ross, to the corner, Zepeda at the buzzer and bang! Travian, 3 trays in the first quarter for Madison Zepeda, and the Hobbs Lady Eagles take the 17-4 lead going to the second. We'll be back. More Lady Eagle basketball in a moment. Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Here's some good news. Master Plumbers is thanking their customers. Right now, you can have your drain cleared for $39. $39, and you pick the drain. You better hurry. This drain clearing promotion won't last long. Plus, free camera inspection. Drain clog? No problem. Call the Master. 397-9385. Reminder, Master Plumbers will meet or beat any competitor's plumbing price.
Master Plumbers. Call the Master.
And welcome back to Rock Stoppers Gym The Rock here in Clovis. The first quarter belonged to the Hobbs Lady Eagles, 17 points as they lead Clovis 17-4. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us here on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, and on HobbsAmerica.com. So back to it. Of course, the Hobbs boys in action tonight at Tasker Arena against the Clovis boys. Ty Friend with that. Also on Hobbs Sports YouTube. Inside to Petner, but Hobbs does a nice job running around, almost stolen away by Ross. And then the ball's loose on the corner, and Armitage gets it, but turns it right back over. So the two teams trading turnovers, just the third turnover for the Lady Eagles, sixth for Clovis. Chavez looking for some room against Ross, brings it into the front court. Works it around to Petner on the far side. Then coming over to Cordova to Chavez, throw the fastball into Goff. Goff trying to get it up, and she will put it up and in. Goff, her first bucket of the ball game, and Clovis strikes first here in the second. To Armitage, takes it to the free throw line, and then around to Muniz. Gets Cordova in the air. Might have been a time to just pull the trigger, see if you can get contact. Hobbs up by 11, though. No need to try that stuff yet. As Ross to Muniz, left wing for three, and bang! Caitlin Muniz trailing in. Her third tray of the ball game. If Hobbs has got the three balls raining down, it is going to be a long night for anybody that they play. And if you're a Hobbs fan, you certainly want it to be a long night for the team in white and purple. Varner tosses in. Petner goes in to the right block, puts up a wild shot, no good, and it'll be Ross with the rebound, and then Petner bumps her. That'll be the second personal on Petner. First team foul in the quarter on the Lady Wildcats. So it'll be Hobbs basketball, far sideline. Ross, Zapata, Hardison, Muniz, and Navarro on the floor for the Lady Cats. Cordova, Petner, Goff, Weaver, and Chavez on the floor for Clovis. Moving it through with Muniz, top of the arc. Now around to Zapata. Madison works against Petner, takes it to the right block, partially blocked out into the hands of Goff. And I think officially that goes in the books as a turnover. Weaver will take it as Clovis crosses into their front court. Hand it off, then a pop from behind, and that one goes out, and last touch by Clovis. Another turnover for the Lady Wildcats. It'll be Hobbs basketball on the sideline. Still Hobbs basketball as Zapata gets the inbound from Muniz. 5:50 remaining here in the first half of play. Hobbs up by 14, 20-6 is the score. Hardison to Zapata. Zapata takes it to the free throw line, back to Navarro. Relly, not known for her three balls, thinks about it, and then Hobbs decides to reset, up by 14. Muniz gets a little screen from Hardison, then works it back out Navarro. To Zapata. Zapata drives it on the right baseline, loses it, but it is swatted by Chavez. It's a little hard for me to see all the way down there through the bodies, but Chavez got a hand on it, so it'll stay Lady Eagle basketball. 5:29 remaining here in the first half. All Lady Eagles in this one. The three balls have been working. From the free throw line, Caitlin up and in. Muniz now with 11 in the ball game. And a 22-6 Hobbs Lady Eagles lead. To the front court with Campos, and then a whistle and a travel. That'll be turnover number 8 on Clovis. So Hobbs right now on a 5-2 run. Lady Eagle basketball. Muniz into Zapata. Madison will cross the timeline under a little bit of pressure from Campos, then to Navarro in the right corner. We'll get this reset there, and Lady Eagles will reset with Zapata. Out to Muniz, left wing for three. That one is off the back of the iron, and it'll be a Clovis rebound as Weaver grabs it, and then she's going to get fouled. Going to call the push foul on Zoe Ross, her first personal, first team foul on the Lady Eagles. Ross going to check out. Katie Godwin will see her first action of the evening as Hardison comes out. Aliana Armitage back in. So Clovis basketball, a little backcourt pressure for the Lady Eagles. 4:49 remaining here in the first half of play. It has been all Hobbs so far in this one. Barner throws it right into the hands of Aliana. Aliana to the left corner for Muniz for three. That one off the mark, but it'll be Zapata with the rebound. Madison cycles back over to Muniz. Caselin bouncing over to Godwin, left baseline, but loses it out of bounds. Turnover for the Lady Eagles, the fifth for the Hobbs squad. So back to Clovis. 4.5 remaining here in the first half. Lee County looking to go 3-1 tonight on the girls' side of things, as a bad pass for Clovis. That one out. Ninth turnover for the Lady Wildcats as Muniz will check out. Corelli Rivera in. Zoe Ross goes in as Madison Zapata takes a deep breath. Now you got Armitage, Ross, Navarro, Rivera, and Godwin in for the Lady Eagles. Armitage to Rivera, back to Armitage. Push it into Ross on the left baseline. Out to Godwin. Hobbs will reset. Halfway through this second quarter of action. Rivera against Barner, trying to trap her up on the far sideline. Gets it to Godwin. Then back around. Hobbs to Ross. A little slip and slide. Goes to the right. Base in and out. No good. And the rebound brought down by Clovis and Campos. To Cordova, who brings it into the front court for Clovis. Toss it into Weaver. Then to Campos for three, and that one is off the mark, but Cordova with it. Tries to get it to Goff. It is loose on the floor, still loose on the floor, and Godwin will come away with the steal for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Back down with Armitage, and shot up, no good, but she is fouled, or pardon me, that was Ross. And they're going to call the charge on Zoe. One official had signaled a block, but then another one with the charge. So Zoe with two quick personals, probably going to have to sit for a little while. As, yep, she will head to the bench. And it'll be Clovis basketball on the long inbound to Campos. And, yep, that'll be Muniz. Just got a little bit out of sorts there. Her first personal, third team foul on Hobbs. So stays Clovis basketball with 3:24 to go here in the first half as Navarro out. And Madison Zapata back in. Well, the inbound comes to Villaseca. Good to see her back out there after she was injured in the first quarter. To Campos, then Villaseca. Get her around to Barner with Rivera on her pretty tight. 22-6. We are in a bit of a scoring drought right now for both teams. Back to Villaseca. Rivera picks her up to Barner as Caselin gets on her quickly. And the handoff to Weaver. Weaver with Rivera. And then timeout going to be taken by Coach Hilburn with 2:54 remaining here in the first half. It is Hobbs 22, Clovis 6. And we'll just keep it right here because it is just a 30-second timeout. So a big thanks to all of our great sponsors. You see them there at the bottom of your screen. You hear their ads. Be sure you thank those folks, pardon me, for making it possible to bring you Hobbs Lady Eagles Sports here on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com. So when you need a good or a service, be sure you look at those good folks right there first, because we never have to charge you or beg you for money and donations like unfortunately too many so-called broadcasters do, and it's all because of those great sponsors. So out of the Clovis timeout, their first timeout of the contest, it'll be Lady Wildcat basketball. Hobbs up 22-6. Clovis with 10 turnovers, more turnovers than points so far here in the first half. Hobbs with good pressure, having to push it into the backcourt. Finally, they will get it into Villaseca. She'll push it around. That'll be Barner on the far sideline. Takes it to the right block, bouncing it inside. And then we're going to get a jump ball. Nice job by the Lady Eagles inside to tie up Chavez. And it'll be Hobbs basketball off the possession arrow. 11 turnovers now for Clovis. 2:40 remaining here in the first half of play. Hobbs getting it done via the 3 ball here in the first half. Toss it over to Rivera as we click to 2.5 remaining. Godwin out between the rings, bouncing it over, then setting a little pick there for Armitage. Around to Zepeda. Madison tossing out to Rivera. Rivera to Godwin at the free throw line, and then in the right slot for Muniz, and bang, Caselin Muniz in fuego, and it is 25-6. 14 points for Caselin in the first half. As Barner to the front court, nifty little spin move and tosses it, throws it away. Trying to get it over to Campos in the right corner. That didn't work out quite like they planned. And so give it back to Hobbs on the 12th Clovis turnover. So Clovis double the turnovers that they have the points right now. I don't think Coach Hilburn's not going to be particularly happy about that. If you're a Hobbs Lady Eagles fan, that's just fine with you. Rivera to Muniz, working around to Zepeda. Zepeda with Campos on her. A little hesitation move, goes right to the right baseline. Little one-handed push, no good, and the rebound is going to be brought down by Weaver. Then with the backcourt pressure, ball loose on the court. Hobbs will steal it away, take it away. Zepeda, a little hesitation move, and up and in for Madison. She's got 11 in the ball game, and now 27-6 in favor of Hobbs. 1:15 remaining here in the first half. Clovis comes out of the fray. To Campos, picks up the dribble, and then she's going to get tied up again. Possession arrow should stay with Clovis. As Petner and Cordova come back in the game for Clovis. Looking for a spark with 66 seconds remaining. And down by 21. Hobbs came to play, and the 3 ball is working. Petner gets it in right at the 5. Then a 3 ball up, no good, but Petner with the rebound, and she will bank that one home. So Petner with 4 points to pace the Lady Wildcats as Hobbs back down. Muniz controls it, work it around to Aliana. Aliana tries the baseline pass to Godwin, but swatted away. It should stay Hobbs ball. I'm pretty sure Clovis got a hand on it. Yeah, I think Cordova managed to swat that one out. And she did, so it'll stay Hobbs basketball. Up by 19, push it into Armitage. Petner immediately picks her up, gets the pick from Godwin, and then Aliana, the spin move right to the rack, up and in on the right side. 29-8, Hobbs in the lead. Down to 30 seconds remaining in the half, and Godwin flashes through the lane and swats that one away, trying to get it to Campos. Again, I apologize for the shoddy camera work. I am flying solo tonight, and really I can't kind of really see what's going on underneath me. So Petner to inbound it, and then gets it right back. So a long cross-court pass saved, but right into the hands of Rivera. Corelli will take it coast to coast and up and in, and count the bucket, and she's fouled. Rivera off the steal, and Hobbs up big, 31-8. And let's see who they put the foul up on. Wow, Petner picks up her 3rd personal. And Rivera at the line for the and one. First chance for either team from the stripe tonight. So Hobbs trying to get this one close to making it an early night if they can. Petner going to have to come out. Carrington Goff will go in. And with 3 fouls, I bet we don't see Petner again until about halfway through the 3rd. So Rivera at the line for the and one. Bends the knees, eyes it, skies it, and the bounce doesn't go. Ball loose on the near side, and Goff will come away with it for Clovis. 12 seconds remaining here in the half. And then a whistle sounds as we've got a stray basketball coming out on the court. And all right, stays Clovis basketball with 9 seconds to go as the inbound comes to Villaseca. Around to Campos, back to Villaseca, and she'll pull a long 3-point trigger, no good. And the rebound by the Lady Eagles and Mendoza, who just checked in. So at the buzzer, we have played a half from here at Rock Staubach Gym It is Hobbs 31, Clovis 8. We'll be back with more Lady Eagle basketball right after this. Hobbs Lady Eagles play here on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Lee County News and Sports YouTube.
Attention mechanics, NMR Pipeline is hiring now. If you know your way around heavy equipment and you have your own tools, NMR Pipeline wants to talk to you. NMR is offering top pay based on experience and solid benefits, medical, dental, and vision. NMR Pipeline isn't looking for trainees. They're hiring real mechanics ready to turn wrenches and get the job done right. Apply now at 300 South Main in Eunice. NMR Pipeline, built on skills driven by hard work. NMR Pipeline is an equal opportunity employer. Outlaw Grill, the perfect spot for family dinners and date nights. Craving something extraordinary? Outlaw Grill serves up delicious fire-grilled steaks, fresh seafood, and authentic Italian pasta, flavors you won't find anywhere else. Dine in or call ahead for a quick and easy gourmet meal in Hobbs, 575-392-2012, or the Eunice location, 575-942-2466. Proudly supporting Lee County athletics and academics, Outlaw Grill is your go-to for great food and community spirit. Come taste the difference at Outlaw Grill today. SunGuard Precision is all about your truck and your home and making both look and feel amazing. SunGuard uses Lumar Window Tint, the top name in the game. For your truck, that means a cooler cap, UV protection, and a sleek custom look that turns heads. For your home, it's all about comfort blocking heat, reducing glare, and adding privacy without losing your view. SunGuard Precision brings style, protection, and performance on the road and at home. Call or look up SunGuard Precision in names and numbers. SunGuard Precision, your tinting pros.
Listen up. You asked for it, you got it. Introducing all-in pricing from TDS. Get ultra-powerful 1 gig internet for just $49.99 a month for 2 years. No gimmicks, no gotchas. Plus, no contract, free installation, and a powerful Wi-Fi router included. All in? Oh yeah. Visit hellotds.com today. Internet speeds are up to and not guaranteed. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
And welcome back to The Rock here in Clovis. All Hobbs Lady Eagles in the first half of this one. They lead it 31-8 in the district opener. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight. Thanks for putting up with me. I will pay especially close attention to the camera in the second half because I will have the Lady Eagles right underneath me for most of the half. Leading scorer for the Clovis Lady Wildcats, Brent Petner, with 4 points but 3 fouls. So she is in foul trouble. Only other scorers are Gianna Cordova with 2, Carrington Goff with 2, and that is all the scoring for Clovis. I didn't keep up with rebounds in the first half. Probably pretty much even, but Hobbs making better use of theirs. So 14 turnovers for Clovis. They did not have any chances at the free throw line. 4 points and 4 points. That's how they get to their 8 in the books. For your Hobbs Lady Eagles, the 3 balls raining down in that first half of play. 7 trays made by the Lady Eagles, 4 of them by Caitlin Muniz, who leads Hobbs in scoring with 14 points in the first half. You had 11 points for Madison Zapata, then a bucket for Aliana Armitage, 2 for Corelli Rivera, and 2 for Zoe Ross. Hobbs had 1 opportunity at the free throw line. It was an and 1. That was missed. And 6 turnovers for Hobbs in that first half. 17 points in the first and 14 points in the second, which is how that one shapes up. Other scores from earlier tonight in Lee County basketball, the Tatum Lady Coyotes easily handling Loving, as they won that one. I originally thought it was 60-17. Thanks for correcting me, Evie. It was actually 65-19, the final in that one. So the Tatum Lady Coyotes continue their role. The Lovington Lady Cats, my partner in crime, Don Morgan, in Artesia tonight. They opened district with a big win against the Lady Bulldogs, 41-30. And the Eunice girls falling to Texaco tonight by a score of 55-19. On the boys' side of things, late in the first, it is Loving beating Tatum right now by a score of 16-10. Still a long way to go in that one. Now, the other Hobbs team, that would be the Hobbs boys, live and at home and at Tasker Arena tonight. Ty Friend with the call on that one. The Eagles looking to get back on the winning track. And in the first half, had their way, looks like, with the Clovis boys, 28-12. So they're doing pretty good there. And for Eunice, let me check the score on that one. Looks like they are just getting ready to start the second half. Texaco all over the Cardinals, 39-11. Of course, the Cardinals having to play on back-to-back nights after falling to Jow last night. Then turning our attention to the 4A ball game up in Artesia tonight. It is Artesia 40, Lovington 13. A tough matchup there. Artesia, of course, the defending 4A boys champs and also number one in the state in Class 4A for this year. But here at the Rock in Clovis, Rock Stoppers Gym, all Hobbs Lady Eagles, they lead this one 31-8. If your Hobbs come out in the second half, and I think just do exactly what you did in that first half, and everything should be just okay for you to start this district matchup. Of course, 16 minutes away from improving to 19-1 on the season, which is exactly what you want if you are the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Continue to find the open girl, take the three-point shot when you've got it. And if they continue to go home like they have, we'll be home early tonight because we'll be up by the 35 and have the running clock. Whether we'll see it or not, don't know. You know, Clovis, they're going to do everything they can to keep that running clock situation out of bounds, especially here on their home court. But an entertaining and quick-moving first half here tonight, and the Hobbs Lady Eagles in the lead. Again, our score 31-8, 14 points for Caselyn Muniz and 11 for Madison Zapata. The Lady Eagles raining down 7 trays in the first half, and they've got the big lead. So we'll take a timeout, come back with the second half of action. This is Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball here on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Lee County News and Sports.
Oh, yes! Strike! Good times, baby! Definitely good, healthy fun with family and friends is what you get at Bel Air. Find them on Facebook or Google Bel Air Bowl. They are located behind the Bel Air Shopping Center. Where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
From early mornings to late nights, JBW Solutions delivers expert industrial safety services and training to protect lives, ensure compliance, and build a strong safety culture. JBW Solutions helps workers stay safe and prepared every shift, every site, every day. If safety is first for you and your company, and it should be, call today, 860-460-4398. JBW Solutions, LLC. Do the right thing. Make the call. You may just save a life. 860-460-4398.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
And welcome back to Clovis, the district opener for your Hobbs Lady Eagles taking on the Clovis Lady Wildcats. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us tonight as the Lady Eagles lead after one half of play. 31-8 is the score. So we'll flip into the court, and I will try and adjust myself here so we can maybe get a little better coverage for you right underneath. A little bit hard for me to see on the baselines, but the camera will be able to see more than I can. So Hobbs, just come out, keep pressuring, keep forcing the turnovers, keep doing what you do. And it'll be a short second half as Zapata gets the inbound. And here we go into the front court over to Muniz. Petner on the floor with 3 fouls, giving her a little room. To Zoe Ross as Ross works it around. Back to Zapata. Zapata to Armitage. Starters out on the floor for Hobbs. Armitage backs it up and then tosses over to Muniz, who flashed through, then underneath to Ross, right corner for 3, and bang! Zoe decides to get in on the 3-ball parade, and the Hobbs Lady Eagles up in this one 34-8, and back down the other way, and Petner loses the basketball and out of bounds. Looked like Hobbs may have gotten a hand on it, but the ref was right there and didn't see it that way. So 34-8. Lady Eagles trying to keep it coming against their big rival here. To Armitage, who takes it in, puts up a little spinner, and Goff will come down with the rebound, and she'll hand it off to Weaver. Weaver needs some help and gets it from Biasakis, who gives it back to Weaver as they will cross the timeline just in time. Petner thinks about the 3. Holds it up as a nice job by Hardison to get to her quickly. Hand it off to Cordova, cycles it around to Villasakis, almost loses it on the near side out of bounds. Hobbs traps her up as Petner takes it from the left to the right. Then she'll back it up as she nears the sideline on the Wildcats script out there. To Villasakis, to Weaver, top of the arc. Caselin on her tight, 6.5 remaining here in the third. All Lady Eagles in this one. Weaver needs some help. She's picked up the dribble. Then she'll throw the fastball in and right into the hands of Hardison. It'll be another turnover, and Hobbs will bring it back down the other way. To Muniz, 3-ball up, and that one off the mark, and Hardison skies for the rebound, brings it down to Ross as Hobbs will reset the offense with Zapata. Zapata to Armitage. Armitage backs it up at the free throw line. Nifty little move, then tosses out to Zapata for 3. That one off the mark. Ball tipped around and finally controlled by Petner for Clovis. Hobbs a couple of good looks but couldn't get it to fall. Back to the front court comes Clovis to their front court. Biasakis between the rings, then coming near side to Weaver. Weaver with Ross on her, very tight, picks up the dribble, throws it inside and off of the feet of Chavez, and that'll be turnover number 17 for Clovis. 5.5 remaining here in the third. Lady Eagles up 34-8 here in this district opener. Hobbs the number 1 team in the state for a reason. Under pressure, get it to Ross. Zoe tries to go up, faces off against Goff, and draws the foul, and so Ross will head to the free throw line. I thought they were going to get Goff on that one. Let's see for sure who they put it up on. They're going to whistle that one on Barner. Her first personal, first team foul. Ross's first one is up, and no good. So Hobbs having trouble from the line. They are 0 for 2 tonight. Ross with 5 points. Second on the way is up, and that one is no good, and it'll be Goff with the rebound. So Hobbs, free throw line's about the only thing that hadn't gone their way so far tonight. Crossover by Chavez, around to Barner, and into the corner. Into the ball game now is Kinley Black to Goff, who takes it up, Puts up a shot, no good, and then we're going to have a jump ball called. And I can't see which way the possession arrow goes from here. I think, yep, it'll be Hobbs basketball. 5:08 to go here in the third. Nope, it will be Clovis ball. They changed the call. And Chavez to inbound it, pushes into Goff in the left corner. Round to Black and then over to Weaver, tries to get it inside and right into the hands of the Lady Eagles. To a breaking Zepeda. Good hustle for Clovis to get back to her. Hobbs is fine with that, and a three on the way, and that one is off the mark, but the rebound by Ross takes it hard to the rack. That one no good. Rebound by Hardison, then back out. Right slot for three. That one off the mark, and the rebound finally going to be controlled by Clovis, but then doing a nice job, Hardison tying up Campos. And that should be Hobbs basketball. It will be. So the Lady Eagles with 4 good looks right there, not able to make it happen. So now Zepeda right underneath me. Comes out, gets it to Muniz. Muniz, she'll put up the little teardrop floater, and that one's good. Caseland having a heck of a night. She's got 16 in the ball game. Hobbs up by 28. Full court pressure, and Goff just going to have to take a timeout to keep it from becoming a 5-second violation and another turnover. And it will be just a 30, so we will keep it right here with Hobbs up 36-8. Up next for the Hobbs Lady Eagles, we will have the home district opener on Tuesday night as the Roswell High Lady Coyotes come into town. Have that game right here. Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, beginning around 6:45 or so, depending on when the JV game ends. Where's the Lady Eagle varsity trying to get a little revenge for the JV. Clovis JV winning a thriller 33-32 in the game back up before this one. So Clovis has burned both their 30s now. As we get back to the action, it'll be Clovis basketball right underneath me from the baseline. So Goff looks to inbound it, pressure in the backcourt. Push it into Black, who finds herself kind of all alone. It's like, oh, what do I do? Then back to Goff, who stands at the top of her own arc. To Petner, picks up the dribble, tossing it, working it to Weaver, and then Petner into the front court. 4:10 remaining here in the quarter. Hobbs up 36-8. It could be a lot more than that if the three balls that they had the opportunity for fell. Andrea Chavez leaves it off for Petner, who gives it to Black. Ross on her tight, bounce it out. That's Weaver with Zepeda on her. Then back to Chavez. Chavez bouncing to Petner, almost gets it taken away by Muniz. Then Petner will just drive it in, and her shot will go in and out. Ball loose on the court, and Armitage will come away with it. Ollie Arnett to Zoe Ross, and Zoe up and in. 7 points for Ross, and now the Lady Eagles up by 30. Full court pressure is on as the inbound comes to Chavez, then almost stolen away by Zepeda. There to save it is Weaver. Weaver gets a little screen from Black. Still in the backcourt, though, and the 10-second violation will be called. Turnover number 19 for Clovis. And the Hobbs Lady Eagles will get it right back. So Caseland Muniz tosses into Zepeda, who gives it right back to Muniz. Caseland to Armitage. Armitage, a little shake and bake. Hippity hop into the lane, then bounces over. Around to Ross, right wing. Three ball up and bang! Zoe Ross has her second tray of the contest. And now it is 41-8. Lady Eagles in command. Bad pass, almost stolen away. Somehow Weaver maintains possession. Now Villaseca controls it to Petner. 2:43 to go here in the third. Clovis still looking for their first basket of the second half. To Villaseca, toss it around. A little head fake by Chavez, takes it to the right elbow. 15-footer is up, and it is good. Andrea Chavez with her first bucket of the ball game. 31-point lead, though, for the Lady Eagles. To Zepeda, almost loses it, manages to find some room, dribbles away. To Mendoza, who just checked in, and she'll toss one up, and that one will be off of the rim, and then fight for it underneath, and they're going to say Mendoza touching it last. So Coach Karp going to put in the hockey line change as Godwin, Navarro, Mendoza, Rivera, and Mojica now on the floor for the Lady Eagles. So toss it over. Petner controls it. 2:05 to go here in the third. Trying to get it into Goff. She bounces it back out. 3-ball up, and that one is good. Villaseca finds some room and finds the 3-ball. So 41-13 as Rivera to the front court. Nifty little pass to Mojica. Then around to Mendoza. Mendoza to Rivera, right baseline. Inside to Godwin. Back to Rivera to Godwin. Needs some help. Flashes into the lane. Turnaround from 10 and bank it home. Katie Godwin in the books. I can hit the right buttons there. So a 30-point Lady Eagle lead and a steal by Navarro. Navarro takes it to the right baseline. Loses the handle on it, though. Had to just toss it out, and then she's going to get a tic-tac foul called on her. Yep, they're going to call the push on Navarro. Her first personal, first team foul in the half on Hobbs. So it'll be Clovis basketball as Black will come over to inbound it. With 1:19 to go here in the third. Black will get it in at about the 4 count, and then a jump ball, tie ball called. Nice job by Mojica. As she ties up Campos, possession arrow will stay with Clovis. Oh, Black from right underneath us. Will push it in, gets it to Petner, who gives it right back to Black. Still stuck up in the backcourt, ball loose on the court. Petner winds up with it, tosses into the middle, dangerous pass. Somehow Campos will save it on the far sideline. Now Hobbs will drop back in defense, but then we've got another 10-second violation as Campos picked up the dribble before she crossed the timeline, and that gave the Lady Eagles another turnover. They have forced 20. So Mojica comes over to inbound it. To Rivera as we hit the 60-second mark remaining here in the third. To Mojica, to Rivera. Coming underneath to Navarro, and then a bad pass and stolen away by Petner. 7th turnover for the Lady Eagles. Petner will try and take it coast to coast, but Rivera knocks her away. Her first personal. Second team foul on Hobbs. It will be in the act of shooting. And first chance for Clovis to go to the line tonight. And it comes in the form of Bryn Petner with 4 points in the contest. And a timeout going to be taken. So with 45 seconds to go, it is still a 30, so we'll just keep it right here. Say a big thanks to all of our great sponsors. You see them there at the bottom of your screen. You hear their ads. When you need a good or service anywhere around Hobbs or Lee County, be sure you give those folks an opportunity. It's because of them that we don't have to charge you. We don't have to beg you for donations to watch your kids and teams play. So thank those folks that sponsor the Hobbs Eagles and Lady Eagles with your business and your support. As we mentioned, Tuesday night, back in the friendly confines of Tasker Arena, Lady Eagles will take on Roswell High Coyotes. I'll have that game for you. Beginning around 7 o'clock on Tuesday night. Hobbs boys will be in Roswell on Tuesday night. As Petner goes to the line to shoot 2. Out of the timeout. The senior guard puts up the first, and that one's no good. We have yet to see a free throw made by either team tonight. Hobbs 0 for 3. Clovis now 0 for 1. I say that, and Petner will probably hit this one. So she puts up the second, and no. Fight for the rebound. Lady Eagles will come away with it with Godwin. 45 seconds to go. Bad pass, but Navarro coming up, and she will save it. Nope, she won't. She'll step on the sideline. Under intense pressure near side from the Lady Wildcats. 8th turnover for Hobbs. Just 2 in the quarter. Nothing to be overly concerned about. No Petner bounce over to Campos. Bounce into Weaver on the far sideline. Weaver under pressure from Mojica. Back to Petner. Navarro's almost swats, Mojica almost swats that one away. Now to Petner. Petner bounced to Black in the right wing. 3-ball, it's an air ball. And Navarro will come away with it. And then Navarro gets tacked by Petner. That'll be her 4th personal. So Petner will be out there with 4 points. 43-13, a 30-point Hobbs Lady Eagle lead. So Mojica comes near side to inbound it with 11 seconds to go. Tossing to Rivera. Petner picks her up just as she crosses over. Rivera looked up and almost lost the basketball. Picked up her dribble. That one a slow roller out to Mojica with one, with none. And we head to the fourth quarter with the Hobbs Lady Eagles leading this one by a score of 43-13. Lady Eagle basketball back in a moment.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
And back here at Rock Staubus Gym in Clovis, getting ready for the fourth quarter of this one. All Hobbs, they are up by 30, 43-13 in the district opener against the Lady Wildcats. Starters back on the floor for Coach Carpenter as Zapata to the front court. Going to flip it around and work it over to Armitage, who drives in, puts up the shot. That one not going to fall, in Clovis with the rebound in Villasequez. Hobbs outscoring Clovis 12-5 in that quarter, and too much and too hot to handle for Goff. And that'll be turnover number 21 for Clovis. All right, we'll get that changed. There you go, Evie. Oh, 43-13 the score, 30-point Hobbs lead. To Ross, takes it to the elbow and then back around to Zapata. Zapata, long cross-court pass to Muniz. Hobbs at this point can pretty much just play keep away if they want to. Up by 30, keep the clock moving. And continue to work it around. That'll be Hardison. And into the corner, that's Ross for three, and that one off the mark. And the rebound going to be made by Chavez. Chavez starts it up the court, leaves it off for Villasequez. Into Petner right at the timeline, takes it into the front court for the Lady Wildcats. To Villasequez, out to Chavez. Back to Petner. 6:45 remaining in the contest, though the fastball in. And a nifty little move from the baseline with McKenna Weaver. And Clovis strikes first here in the second half. Back down to Ross. And she'll lay it up and in. 12 points for Zoe Ross. And Hobbs will get the bucket right back. Sorry if I can make my score bug has decided that it hates me. There we go. And then back the other way. Didn't see what happened, but I saw Hobbs come back with it. They'll get it to Ross. Hippity hop, up and in, and good. Zoe Ross with 14 points. 47-15. Villasequez back to the front court. And then tossing in. They're going to get Hardison on the reach foul. Just the first one on Zaley. First team foul in the quarter on the Lady Eagles. Subs coming in for Coach Hilburn and Clovis. Villasequez and Goff out. Hanawant in and stolen away on the inbound. Ross leaving it off. Zapata thinks about the three. Now she'll take it in. The little scoop up and under and in. Madison Zapata with 13 points. 49-15, 1 point away from running clock time. Hobbs has this one well in control. Petner out there with 4 fouls. Kicks it around, but there to save it was Hanawand. 5.5 to go. 49-15. The Eagles comfortably in control. Hanawand back to Petner. Flash it around. 3 ball up by Chavez. That one off the mark. But coming through was the other Chavez. She gets the rebound. Her putback no good. Fights for it. Gets the rebound, but then she steps on the baseline. It'll be Hobbs basketball, or should be. Nope. They're going to say that Caitlin Muniz had a hand on it. So now Corelli Rivera will check in at the next break in the action. 49-15 into Chavez. She takes it through and gets blocked, but they're going to get Hardison for getting arm as well as ball. Her second personal, no big deal. And so that will put Andrea Chavez at the line. She's got 2 points in the ball game. Trying to stretch this one back up above running clock territory. It's a point away from running clock time. First one up, and we finally get a free throw in the ball game. First free throw made by either team. At that point, it was an 0-5 from the stripe. Not a lot of opportunities either way. Chavez gets the first. She's got 3 and make it 4. She'll rattle that one home. 49-17. Now Clovis with a little backcourt pressure. Lady Eagles break it with Armitage. Comes through, almost loses it. There to save it is Muniz. Caseland brings it up. A little teardrop floater. That one no good. Battle for it and still loose. Clovis finally comes away with it. Then the fastball down, trying to get it to Petner, and she'll take it hard to the rack. Put up the floater or the scoop. It won't go, and the rebound by Ross. Zoe brings it back down. Hippity hop through the lane. Her shot won't go, but off the tip, Armitage with the rebound. Armitage to the lane. Her little runner will go up and in. Armitage now with 4 points in the ball game. 51-17. Backcourt pressure for the Lady Eagles. Push it forward, and yep, they're going to get Armitage going over the back there on that Chavez. Yep, that's Chavez. No Armitage, her first personal, third team foul on Hobbs. As Corelli Rivera into the ball game for the Lady Eagles. The inbound comes from Chavez to Petner. 4:25 remaining. Lady Eagles cruising to their first district win of the season. Hanawant. And work it around into the hands of Barner. Then back out to Petner. Back into Hanawant to Chavez on the Wildcats on the far side. And into the backcourt with Barner, and they're going to call the backcourt violation. So that is turnover number 23 for Clovis, and give it back to Hobbs at midcourt, right at the halfway mark of this fourth quarter. So the Lady Eagles cruising. Well, the inbound. Zepeda directs traffic. Round to Rivera, trying to get it inside. Petner will reach in and just take that one away. Ninth turnover for Hobbs. Petner bouncing it to the baseline to Hanawant, who tries to get it back to Petner, but winds up in the hands of Hobbs. As Zepeda up and in. Madison Zepeda with 15 points. And now 53-17, it is running clock time. Chavez from Barner to the front court to Weaver. And then around to Barner in the deep right corner. 53-17, late in the contest. Rivalry game, but has gone the way of the Lady Eagles so far this year. To Chavez, the head fake, runs into Muniz, and then going to get tied up by Corelli Rivera and Caitlin Muniz. And possession arrow stays with the Lady Wildcats. So Coach Joey Carpenter going to run the hockey line change in. Well, he leaves Rivera out there. So Corelli in. So the inbound, Barner, Hanawant, into Chavez, left corner for 3. That one off the mark. Petner with another rebound. Pushes out to Hanawant. 2.5 remaining to Chavez. Melanie Monroe into the ball game. Her first action. Chavez another 3, and that one's good. Sarah Chavez off the bench with a 3-pointer. 13-point. Or rather 33-point Lady Eagle lead. Get it out to Navarro. Into Monroe for 3, right corner. That one off the mark, but it'll be Rivera with the rebound. Rivera with a shot, and her 3-ball is up, no good. And that rebound brought down by Hutch for Clovis. Back down with Petner, 2 minutes remaining. 53-20. Hobbs comfortably in control of this one. It's a pretty good crowd when we started it. Petner for three, and that one is in and out. And the rebound by Mendoza. Mendoza to Navarro, and then they're going to get Petner for her fifth personal. She'll foul out with 4 points. Probably about 4 or 5 rebounds and 5 personal. So Petner's night is done. And so the Lady Eagles will have the basketball off of the Petner foul out. Of course, Clovis probably going to take some lessons out of this one and apply them when we get back to Tasker Arena in a couple of weeks against this squad. Of course, we'll be there against Roswell High on Tuesday. Rivera to the front court, to Mendoza. Back to Rivera. Round to Monroe. And a bad pass, and gets away, goes to the backcourt. A turnover. Hanawat with it, and then she gets run over, and a foul called on Hobbs. Be careful. That may wind up becoming a flagrant. They're going to get Rivera for the push foul. Her second personal. 4th team foul on the Lady Eagles. And they are going to say it was on the floor. 90 seconds to go in the contest. Hobbs in command as Chavez will push it into Villesecas. She picks up the dribble, then throws it right into the hands of Aurelia Navarro, but then trying to take it right back. So the teams trade turnovers with 1:23 to go, 83 seconds remaining, district opener. Here at Rock Stoppage Gym. Hanawat to Barner, to Hutch, back to Barner, and blocked by Godwin. Into the breaking Corelli Rivera. Corelli takes it up and count the bucket on the foul. She pulls the foul on Villesecas. So Rivera has her 4th point of the ball game, and Hobbs back up by 35. Start the clock, please. As Barner gets tacked for the foul. So Rivera at the line. The and one is no good, but she'll track down her own rebound. Corelli, top of the arc. To Mendoza with under a minute to play. To Navarro, get it into Godwin in the near block. To Mendoza, 3 ball up, that one off the mark. And trying to get to it was Chavez. She battled with Godwin but couldn't take it. 45 seconds to go. Villesecas out. Tegan Jacobs-Garcia in for Clovis. 55-20, 35-point Lady Eagle lead in this one. 30 seconds to go. Clovis going to do what they can to get it off of the running clock, and then they're going to get Godwin for the push foul. It's actually not the worst foul you could ever have. That will put Clovis in the bonus, but not going to matter because the clock will expire before they get her to the line. She will get 2 opportunities. Jacobs-Garcia at the line to end the game. As she puts up the first, it is off the mark, no good. 2-1 done. Well, the question is, will it be a 35-point lead or a 34-point lead? Win, I should say. Hobbs, 55. Clovis, and she gets it. Good for her. Tegan Jacobs. Garcia gets the bucket, and our final score tonight, Hobbs 55, Clovis 21. We'll take a quick timeout, come back and wrap this one up. Hobbs Lady Eagles here on Hobbs Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Here's some good news. Master Plumbers is thanking their customers. Right now, you can have your drain cleared for $39. $39, and you pick the drain. You better hurry. This drain clearing promotion won't last long. Plus, free camera inspection. Drain clogged? No problem. Call the Master. 397-9385. Reminder, Master Plumbers will meet or beat any competitor's plumbing price.
Master Plumbers, call the Master.
Attention mechanics! NMR Pipeline is hiring now. If you know your way around heavy equipment and you have your own tools, NMR Pipeline wants to talk to you. NMR is offering top pay based on experience and solid benefits, medical, dental, and vision. NMR Pipeline isn't looking for trainees. They're hiring real mechanics ready to turn wrenches and get the job done right. Apply now at 300 South Main in Eunice. NMR Pipeline, built on skills, driven by hard work. NMR Pipeline is an equal opportunity employer.
Back here at Rock Stompus Gym in Clovis, the Hobbs Lady Eagles victorious tonight as my camera's just doing all kinds of weird stuff tonight. Yeah, 55-21, the final score as the Hobbs Lady Eagles will improve to 19-2 on the season. Leading scorer tonight for the Lady Eagles, Kaislyn Muniz. She had 16 points to pace Hobbs. Madison Zepeda with 15, 14 in the books for Zoe Ross. 4 points, Corelli Rivera. 4 points, Aliana Armitage. And a bucket for Katie Godwin. So the Lady Eagles, again, with 3 players in double figures. Really, after the first couple of minutes of this game, I'm not sure it was ever actually in doubt. The Lady Eagle defense very stout tonight, forcing 25 points. Clovis's leading scorer was Bryn Petner. She had 4 points in the contest. She and Andrea Chavez both with 4 to lead Clovis. So next up, we will be back at the friendly confines of Tasker Arena on Tuesday night as the Roswell Lady Coyotes will be coming to town. That game originally supposed to start the district slate. Instead, it got postponed because of the weather, but we'll have the district home opener coming up for you on Tuesday night. We'll be on around, depending on when the JV game's over, sometime between 6:45 and 7 o'clock. Tip-off scheduled for 7. Big thanks to Tiffany Evie back in studio, engineering and producing, keeping an eye and an ear on everything tonight, juggling the cats and chainsaws, dealing with new computer systems too. Couldn't do it without them. We definitely appreciate their hard work. Of course, for Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight, I'm TJ Miracle. Big thank you to all of our great sponsors. So have a safe and happy weekend, and we will see you back here Tuesday for more Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com. Good night, everybody.